Hey guys, it's Tim, and this is Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Sorry we're 15 minutes later than normal. It's all good.
So goddamn late.
Hey, that's not that bad. It's all good. I was getting some Ring of Honor info out there.
Were you?
I was.
Okay, cool. Well, I hope everyone's doing very well. TVP83 here. TJ Fritz, BC Boys 124. You guys can text into the show at any time at 510-906-1341. We're going to get a lot of your interaction through the text messages today. So again, that's 510-906-1341. Reading the chat again, we got Dash, Voltage Dylan, Noah, Nolan Perfect, Alex Rodriguez. Is that actually a picture of you? Because you're a big old cutie in that picture.
Huh? Oh, I know.
For Alex Rodriguez. Because I don't think anyone's ever seen his face.
I don't know.
Hi, fucking Larry. Sim, how are you doing, man?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. YouTube raping everybody on revenue, okay, I guess.
Alright, that's a pretty bold word to use there.
It ain't a lie.
Eh.
It is not a lie, brother.
Gotta get the moist squad. Yeah, no. How's everyone else doing? What you guys been up to today? We're gonna try to incorporate a little bit more non-wrestling talk in the Wednesday shows.
Yeah, we'll do a segment
we have a lot
or
of
two.
dumb we have a lot of dumb shit that we want to talk about.
Why not?
So we're gonna see it again.
If you hear people in my background, the people that live under me are having a party, and yeah.
Oh, lucky them. Why were you not invited?
They don't like me.
Do they not? Why?
I don't think they do.
What did you do?
Well, when I first moved in here, my apartment every day smelled like weed, so I would, I told the management, and they found out it was from them, and so they kept harassing them about, hey, you can't be smoking weed in your apartment.
Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting. All right, so I want to kick it off. We're going to kick it off with some wrestling talk, but it's going to be kind of like... It's going to be weird wrestling talk. So I want to talk about something.
Okie dokie.
The other day, I had told you to tweet something from the PWU account that said, if you could go back in time to any wrestling moment in history, and you could go back and you could watch it happen live, would you go? Where would you go? Tim, what was your response?
Mine would I didn't really think about it much, but I probably... one of my favorite all-time moments, I was there. WrestleMania 31 when Seth Rollins cashed in. But if I had to think of something I wasn't there for, probably that first tag team ladder match and No Mercy with Edge and Christian and the Hardys.
Ooh, that's a good one. Because I want to know what you... So, what I want you guys to do is I want you to text 510-906-1341. I want you to text us what you would go back in time to witness happen live. I'm going to tell you, man, because I have a few. There's a lot of moments that I wish I could have been present for. One of them, of course, is the supermarket brawl. I just want to be like a shopper.
Man.
I wanted to be a shopper for that moment. Another one, I've always thought about this kind of moment and just how kind of silly it is to kind of process, but I really want to go back and I want to see Hogan body slam Andre from the perspective of like the middle of the arena with all the fucking fans going wild and going insane.
Yeah, that'd be a
I
good
really
one.
I really want to experience that. I want to see what that's like. No, you do not have to pay to text.
No.
It's just gonna send as a SMS TVP. Pretty sure it sends as an SMS.
Pretty sure.
I'd also like to see,
Uh-huh.
though it wouldn't be possible, so I'd be like a cameraman, I guess. I'd have to be a cameraman. I'd like to see the empty arena match.
Rockin'
Mankind. Yeah.
Interesting.
That'd be kind of funny to watch.
Yeah.
John L. Jackson, it's his birthday. Happy birthday, buddy. How old are you? Are you 12? I just turned 12. God. So there's just so many good wrestling moments that I've had. There's so many good, like, iconic, like, freeze in time type moments. Like, I want to know what's the biggest moment that has just been frozen. Like, so many times this exact moment has been paused at that moment. The only thing I can think of would be the Sable spot or Brock Lesnar's Shooting Star Press.
Oh, a Mania 19?
Yeah.
That would
like
be a good one.
Those two are probably some of the most paused moments. You know what I mean by the Sable spot, right?
When the top came off?
Yeah, when her top came off.
Yep, we got a text message here that says, got to be when Ivan Koloff beat Bruno Sammartino for the WWF title.
That's a fucking obscure one, dude. I like
Well,
that a
no,
lot.
because here's the thing about this one. You know the story about it, right? About right when the pinfall happened? Do you know the story of when the pinfall happened?
I don't think I do, but inform me.
So, they do the match.
Are the texts popping?
It's
are the
coming up for
texts
me.
popping up in the email?
Oh, no, I can turn that back on, though.
Because I'm not getting them.
Oh, I turned them off in the email.
Yeah, please do. So I
Man.
can't get them.
All right, you'll be getting them now. I fixed it. So, what happened, according to Bruno?
Your audio's bad, by the way.
Hold on. Nick?
No, it's fine. It's fine on air. It's just shitty for me.
Oh, okay.
I
So,
can deal with it.
Bruno tells the story of they did the title change. He gets pinned, and he thought he went deaf because the entire Madison Square Garden was just 100% quiet. Just
Holy shit.
dead quiet. Because no one believed what they saw.
Insane.
Nobody believed what they saw.
God, what a time.
So finally,
wrestling was back then.
I think it's like the referee says something to him, and then he goes, "Okay, I'm not deaf." So I mean, like everybody,
That's fucking insane.
like
We've got.
he said that everybody was going crazy for the match. Koloff goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. All of a sudden, like the quietest moment of his entire life.
That's scary, man. We've got 2 text messages here. This first one, he made sure to say that it was from Dash. Randy Orton and Triple H, the house fight.
Oh, with Randy
remember
Orton's
that?
fake wife.
When Triple H went to Randy's house. Yeah, so did you know that he has had 2 fake wives on WWE?
2? When's the other one?
In his feud with Punk blew her a kiss from a RV. She was inside of like a bus.
Oh,
And it was a different woman.
I never realized that.
Yeah. And we got another text message that says Undertaker throwing Mankind off the Hell in a Cell. Ooh, Derek Bochek with another good one. Taker losing the streak. I would really like to be there. 'Cause I
Ooh,
feel like
yeah.
that was another. I don't feel like that was a very quiet moment.
No.
I feel like that was probably a loud, like, shocked and awe moment.
Yeah.
We got another one in here. The text messages are just flying in. The moment I would like to see live is Seth Rollins cashing his Money in the Bank briefcase at WrestleMania 31. Let's talk about that.
That was amazing. Like,
Kristen McNutt with the $5. Nick and Tim, my question for both of y'all is, what is the dream match at WWE Evolution? Which will it be? I will let you know. We're going to talk about Evolution here in a minute. I want to continue to talk about Seth Rollins cashing in the Money in the Bank. I thought it was dumb.
dumb. How's it dumb?
God, you sound terrible for me.
How's it dumb?
Hold on. I'm going to hang up and call you back. We're going to do this live on air.
Okay. It's called... Whoa. What is going on? Skype is all kinds of messed up right now. Don't update your Skype, people. Alright, Skype's all kinds of messed up right now. Nick, are you Nick, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't update your Skype, people. I've updated it. It messed up all my audio settings.
Do not use this shitfuck program called Skype. But the reason I thought it was dumb
Okay.
is because I felt like it took away from the kind of like... again, that should have been the moment that Roman was crowned, and that experiment could have been done from the start. And I want to know why they went with Rollins last minute.
That's a good question. I've never really
I want to know
tried to find out.
What? Because it's not like the crowd was turning on Roman at that time.
It was less... from what I had heard before, it was like less than a week out. They changed the plan and said, you know what? Seth's going to catch in at WrestleMania.
Yeah, so I just want to know what was that change? Voltage Dylan, yeah, you got... I mean, if you guys want to throw your names in the text messages or like Twitter handles, I don't give a shit. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. And I can tell you firsthand from being there. So the match was going on. And the match, I mean, I didn't think it was a bad match or whatever. you know, the environment of being there at WrestleMania with 76,000 people. Cool. And all of a sudden, when Seth Rollins' music hits, I've never personally seen that many people jump up into the air at one time. Literally.
I will say the moment looked cool.
I believe every single person that I could see, and I could see the whole building because I was up high. I could see the whole stadium of Levi's. From what I saw, everybody jumped out of their seats. It just in the air. The place erupted. And it was even worse when Seth cashed in, and when he won, when they counted the 1, 2, 3, that place, it was just crazy. Like, just everybody just screaming and yelling and going wild.
So then I have a kayfabe question.
Okay.
So at SummerSlam
this year?
Yeah, so at SummerSlam this year. Shout out to Smoke Weed, just said Matt Riddle 420.
Hey.
Oh, what a fucking account name. Smoke Weed, did you make that account name just so you could come in here and say Matt Riddle? Because if that's true, I love you. Anyway.
He can't no more.
I'm sure he can. Weed fucking... They're so lenient.
Ask Stephen A. Smith. Stop the weed.
Lay off the weed. Anyway. What is stopping Braun Strowman from cashing in his Money in the Bank anytime before SummerSlam?
What's stopping him? Kevin Owens is going to stop him.
No, he's not.
Because Kevin Owens is not going to want him to cash in because Kevin Owens wants to win the briefcase.
Fair. But get this. Brock's there next week, man.
Are you going to say what I think you're going to say? Go for it.
What do you think I'm going to say?
Just go, and I'll tell you if that's
What if he either A, cashes in, or B, says, hey, motherfucker, it's not going to be you and Roman at SummerSlam. It's going to be you and Roman and me.
But then when you think of that, then it's got to be a 4-way because Owens is already...
Motherfucker, let me finish.
Okay.
And he's going to go backstage, and he's going to... Corbin! Kevin Owens going to go, Constable Corbin, man. That's some BS. What happens now? And Corbin says, well, you're going to win a fucking title, baby. And he puts him in that main event, makes it a fatal 4-way.
Okay. I don't know.
Here's why. Okay, here's the pros and cons of that. Pros. Pros would be Brock. And this is, I'm looking at this as like a Brock standpoint.
Okay.
Brock doesn't have to get pinned to lose, so he doesn't look weak. Because you can just have Braun manhandle him.
Okay. I'll keep my comments till you're done.
And then, well, yeah, it would just be another 4-way at SummerSlam, wouldn't it?
Yeah, same as last year.
Yeah.
You're just switching Owens for Joe.
Oh my God, it would be the same as last year. Holy fuck.
So here's the thing. What I think is going to happen.
Brock does not need to get pinned. He didn't want to.
No, he does. He does. To validate Roman Reigns, he needs to pin Brock Lesnar. That's straight up. I don't think Brock is ever going to get pinned by Roman. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Brock thinks Roman's a pussy. And I don't think that Brock's gonna lay down him. That's why I think this match has to end in a triple threat style match. Well, that's going to lead to my other point. Here's what you do. So you have that match early in the night with the briefcase on the line. That's the match. The reason you put the briefcase on the line is to remind people, hey, there's a briefcase that could be used tonight. Then, when you're doing that match with Roman and Seth, you've got either Braun or Owens, whoever's got the briefcase, which most likely will be Braun, sitting in Gorilla. The moment you see that crowd start to turn, hit that music, turn into a triple threat right there.
That's saying that Braun beats Kevin.
Well, either one. I would assume it's going to be Braun. I would assume, but I'm saying whoever it is, either Owens or Braun.
Here's the thing. Braun should win, but why do I have the sneaking suspicion Corbin's going to walk down to the ring with Kevin as soon as the match starts? He's going to punch Kevin.
Punch him in the face and say, oh, disqualification. You
yeah.
But could Kurt then come down and restart the match or something and eject Corbin?
In theory, yeah. In theory, yes.
Except for Corbin gets on his telephone and calls Stephanie.
So someone from the 817, instead of saying names, just start saying area code. So someone from the 817 says Bobby versus Brock versus Roman versus Braun.
But how do you get Bobby in there? Bobby lost.
Exactly.
Oh, because I know what people are going to say. Oh, well, he won at Extreme Rules. Yeah, that's so after Roman's the champion after SummerSlam, Bobby can then say, hey, it's 1-1. Give me a match for the title.
And there's a lot of other things in there that factor in. As I genuinely don't think that Roman's ever going to pin Brock. I don't think so. I think if Brock's ever going to drop that title to Roman in a one-on-one match, it's got to be some kind of gimmick match, like a cage match. But they already fucked that up.
But here's my thing: if you insert Braun or Owens, whoever has that briefcase, it would be a failed cash-in. Because I really see Roman walking out the champion, at least winning the match. And then
so you think so does Roman get cashed in on?
I think there's a really good possibility.
Ooh, someone from the 585 says Finn Balor deserves the Universal title.
You want to know something? Here's my thing. Both Finn Balor and Kevin Owens are deserved rematches for the Universal title that they never got. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Finn got hurt, gave up the title, never got another rematch. Owens lost the damn thing to Goldberg and never got a rematch. He got a U.S. title match instead.
Here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
Are you guaranteed a rematch clause if you didn't lose the title? Even if you relinquished the title? Like, it's not like... You know what I'm saying? It's not like...
It's the honor system.
Right, hey. It's the honor system. No. That is not the honor system.
Because it's like, hey, he didn't lose the title. He had to forfeit it due to injury.
Exactly. That's
because
you're not getting a free fucking rematch because you
Seth
injured
Rollins.
yourself.
Seth Rollins.
Yeah, but look how fucking over Seth Rollins was at that time. People creamed their fucking jeans at the thought of him being champion. Yes, people would have liked Finn to be champion again, but honestly, once he came back from injury, you can't slap the fucking title on that guy immediately.
They did it with Seth. As soon as he came back from injury, they slapped the title on him.
Because he was so over beforehand.
But you can't say that with Finn. Finn was in for less than a month on the main roster.
Exactly! That's why he didn't get it back!
Oh my god.
What?
No.
If you look at how over Seth Rollins was at that time...
Yeah, because he had been on the main roster for 2 years.
You're just proving my point right, Tim.
What?
You're proving my point right. Why would you give this guy a dedicated rematch? It's not like he was over on the main roster to begin with because he still had time to grow.
So your point is that he shouldn't have won the title at SummerSlam anyways then? He shouldn't have beat Seth? Is that what you're saying? That's exactly what you're saying.
Let me think about this. Let me think about that time. And
I mean,
have a fucking headache.
He came to the main roster. He beat Roman Reigns on his first match on the main roster. Then he went to SummerSlam and he beat Seth Rollins for the title. Seth injured him. Nothing against Seth there. He's ill will. So you're saying that if your theory is correct that, he wasn't over yet, then he shouldn't have got the title in the first place.
It's not that he wasn't over yet. It was... How do I explain this? It's not that he wasn't over yet. It's just that when you compare Finn Balor and Seth Rollins when it comes to title reigns, and I know this is kind of unfair because Finn Balor didn't have that long to prove himself. He only had a couple hours. At the time, Seth Rollins was a very, very good character. He was semi-over with the crowd, but it was just it makes more sense to give Rollins that chance back than it would be to give Finn, who could have just completely restarted everything. Yes, they've kind of fucked around with him since, but that kind of stuff happens.
I mean, technically, it's like comparing apples to bananas.
Yeah, we're also comparing fake fucking wrestling. What is this here?
It's all good. So, I mean... What?
So the person that sent in the Finn Balor deserves a Universal title thing just send in another text that just says, I feel accomplished.
There you go.
Thank you, whoever that was from the 817. That's fucking great. Oh my god. And the build-up for Mania starts with Dean Simmons. You sounded like an upset partner that's just like, can you shut the fuck up?
Who, me?
Yeah, you were just like, ah.
Well, no, it was just like you were trying to prove a point, and then you literally shot your own point down.
No, I didn't. Shut your fucking
mouth. You did.
Oh god, this guy from the 517 says, "Thank God WWE is fake because if it's real, there's no way Braun walks out of SummerSlam with that briefcase." Huh? That makes no sense, man.
He's saying if it was a real fight, Braun would beat Owens.
No. He's saying there's no way Braun walks out of SummerSlam with that briefcase.
Thank God. Thank God WWE is fake. Because if this was real, there was no way. Oh.
Yeah, he's saying that he would lose.
I didn't read the whole thing correctly then.
I'm sorry, but one of my favorite wrestling stories was, I don't remember the name of the gentleman, but he was on the bus with Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant started saying some racial remarks about African Americans. So the guy stood up and said, "Get off this fucking bus and come fucking fight me."
Whoa.
Yeah, and I guess in an interview, so Andre the next day apologized to him. I guess in an interview, the guy was like, "Yeah, I don't think I could have taken him anyway.
Yeah,
I don't think I could have taken him." Could you imagine having that much adrenaline where you call out Andre the Giant? That's impressive.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's some cojones.
Yeah. You ever seen the movie Major League?
Yes.
That dude had some marbles. You got no marble.
Or as Vince McMahon would say, grapefruits.
You got some grapefruits, pal. Oh, goodness gracious. Tim, what happened to link it to wrestling? Bad News Brown. Thank you, Luke Controller. I saw it in a
I might bring it back. I don't know. It's just there
You
was
didn't like it?
not that I didn't like it. It was just that the interest from the people wasn't there for most of it.
It was also such a fucking no offense, but I found so many plot holes in all of your things.
What do you mean?
Oh,
link it to wrestling.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Someone.
I mean,
because
there's multiple ways you could have linked. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, we'll find a way to kind of reinvent it.
Maybe.
We'll find a way to reinvent it. Rock versus KO. Rock versus Nick. He would fucking murder me. Oh, Smoke Weed Rage is an interesting statement.
Okay.
I'll be surprised if Finn. Wait, I'll be surprised if, I think he means if Finn wins the WWE title in 5 years' time.
Interesting.
I don't. What do you think about that?
About him winning the title within 5 years?
Do you think when is Finn Balor gonna be champion again?
I don't even know.
Walking into the next WrestleMania, who's gonna be Universal Champion?
Like walking into Mania in New York?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a toughie. I almost want to say freaking Roman.
I want to say Roman or Braun.
Yeah.
Someone from the 213 says Finn gets partnered with Seth upon his return to injury. How do you partner with a man that injured you? WB needs help with booking.
Because he said he didn't blame Seth for the injury.
Yeah, it wasn't like something where they had like an actual beef behind it. I mean, injuries okay, so
like if he would have just took the move slightly differently, he wouldn't have got injured. But because he tried to catch himself with his arm up over the barricade, that's where the injury came from. You know?
So what? Oh my God! Not everyone in the fucking world is Bret Hart. I don't think Seth Rollins is a dangerous worker.
Oh Lord!
I really don't think he's a dangerous worker. I think they're doing a dangerous sport. That slip. I mean, in any fucking moment, I popped my knee at a place at work one day because
Kevin Nash tore his quad walking in the ring.
Vince McMahon did that.
Vince McMahon tore both quads sliding into the ring.
David Santiago says, "Do you have any info on CM Punk in Ring of Honor?" Yes, he's going to be appearing at the Madison Square Garden show, and he's going to be wrestling Marty Scurll.
Oh,
you
Lord.
Heard it here first, folks. He's not. Don't fucking quote me on that.
Good job, Brad Shepard.
Thanks. Interesting. I never noticed this. Are there any rumors on why Finn's just doing the Evan Bourne gimmick minus the peace sign? What was the Evan Bourne gimmick?
Just the guy that jumps off the top rope.
Who is the worst champion right now?
Tommaso Ciampa. No, I'm kidding.
God, that match was beautiful.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Yes.
That match is very, very good. Do you think it's going to get 5 stars from Papa Dave?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I wonder if he watched it tonight before he writes the Observer.
He has till next Wednesday.
I mean, he can whenever put it in.
That's true. He could put it in tonight. I don't know. I mean, I thought it was a great match. I think he did phenomenal. Tommaso Ciampa is probably one of the best storytellers on the planet, aside from like Edgar Allan Poe.
If you listen to Ciampa, he is the world's greatest sports entertainer.
He really is, even though I'm not really a big fan of him stealing David Starr's gimmick. David Starr's gimmick is your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler. Someone saying, someone from the 585 says Carmella is the worst champion right now.
I was just about to say that.
Camden says Mella is misery. That's really good. Oh, God. Someone from the 213 says, is this Sean's view? No CM Punk wrestling questions, please.
Wow.
Hey, they said it, not me. Dave put -5. You know the Bushwhackers are the only tag team in wrestling history to have a 5-star match at a -5-star match?
To have both?
Yeah. They have both.
Interesting.
You know Raven's the only wrestler to have action figures made by WWE, WCW, TNA, and ECW?
Well, was he the only one to work for all of them?
I mean, Angle.
Well,
No, not Angle. Why would I say Angle? Eddie?
So that's 4. WWE, ECW,
Oh, TNA. I'm forgetting TNA.
TNA.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's ever...
Because
Punk? Oh, Punk. No, Punk was never
Punk was never in the no, Punk was in TNA, but he wasn't in there when they were making action figures.
No, but I'm saying you're just saying in general. Has anyone?
Oh well, I thought you were talking about
Done
still the
that.
action figure thing.
No, not the action figure thing.
Because Punk was never in the original ECW. He was in WWE ECW.
He was also never in WCW.
True, that too.
Oh, God.
I mean, not even Sting can say he's done it all because he wasn't in ECW. Because Raven in the '90s flip flopped a lot.
Looking at the text line here, we got something from the 915. Do you guys know if Evolution is going to be a permanent pay-per-view? So let's talk a little bit about Evolution because that is on a lot of people's minds. So we're talking about WWE Evolution, the women's only pay-per-view set to happen, October
28th.
28th, 2018.
Yep.
So
here's the one thing I gotta say because people keep asking.
Good.
There was supposed to be a October pay-per-view in Boston that they canceled.
Okay.
They moved it. It was supposed to be TLC. They took TLC and they moved it to San Jose in December.
We're going.
The Super Showdown in Australia is like the 6th or something like that. But it's like, for us here in the States, a middle of the night show. It's like watching a New Japan.
You know what's gonna be cool? We're gonna have eyes on the field at that event with Luca.
Yeah.
He's gonna be there.
The
Luca,
thing,
I'll let you represent us for one day at that event.
the thing with
Get a shirt.
The thing with the Evolution pay-per-view, that is the only October actual pay-per-view event for the WWE that month.
So, and someone from the 602 just shot us a message. You think that a women's pay-per-view will even sell out?
I think there's a good chance.
I think there's a very good chance of this selling out.
Because it
depends on the arena.
In Nassau Coliseum. Long Island. I think because they're going to bring so many... There's going to be 50 women. They're going to be women from the past. Trish, Lita, Beth Phoenix, etc. So I think just having Trish and Lita there is going to help tremendously.
Oh, it's going to help tremendously. So I'm trying to think. What are some... Like, give me like...
I want to know when tickets go on sale. Because that's going to be the big thing. How fast do X amount of tickets go? Like, how many tickets do they sell the first week? That'll be a good margin. You know, a good measuring stick.
Because when we were at the Cow Palace, New Japan did not sell out.
No, they were about.
What was very, very packed, and the crowd was very, very hot.
I think they had it set up for like 10 to 15, and they sold 6.
I'm assuming that the crowd's going to be very hot for this event.
I don't know about that. You get a Dana Brooke match out there, and they're not going to care at all.
But I don't think they're going to throw a singles Dana Brooke action match in there.
You think you think they pull a New Japan and have like some, there's going to be at least 4 title matches in the Mae Young Classic finals. Pull a New Japan and everything else is like a 6 and 8 woman tag.
Why not?
Why not? To get all 50. Because that's what New Japan does. They have their marquee matches for their shows, and then hey, if you're not in a singles match or a regular tag team title match, boom, you get a multi-man.
So tell me, what's your dream match? What would be your dream
for Evolution?
Yeah, for Evolution. Or like if you have any, like what would be cool to watch?
I mean, I want to see Mickey and Trish again.
I just want to see the hand spot.
Oh Lord.
I just want to see the hand spot, and
I want to won't do it again.
I want to go back to being 5 years old and my little 5-year-old boner being fucking insanely fucking hyped up for it.
She won't do it in 2018.
God, no, she'd probably get in trouble.
Yeah.
Boss Gamer Bo, we're not sure. We're gonna go ahead and make the assumption of yes. I did see that Renee was down to do commentary
Which
for
is
it, I believe.
which is interesting because she had said in the past that she doesn't want to do commentary again. But hey,
I loved her commentary. So Derek Bocek raises a really good one. Now I want to know a lot of your guys' interesting. Not how do you pronounce the name of the venue?
Nassau Coliseum.
Nassau Coliseum was a cesspool when I was a kid. Interesting.
Yeah, it's gone through different. You know, some people have said in the back in the day it was kind of like a crappy venue, kind of like how the Cow Palace was really great in its heyday, and then it kind of like just fell to crap, and now it's kind of coming back again. That's kind of what the Nassau Coliseum has gone through, kind of like the Cow Palace resurgence.
So I saw a good one here from Derek Boch. It's Lita versus Ruby Riott, Lita versus Ronda Rousey, Alexa Bliss versus Trish, Iconic Duos versus the Bella Twins, which I feel like that will most likely happen. I feel like that's a match that could very easily happen.
And I've tweeted that out, that question, what would be your dream matches? And I got some of them here from Twitter as well.
Hold up. We got Hawkeye J, one last name says, wait, is Sister Abigail going to be there?
Oh, Lord. Santina Marella.
And there is not a lot of dream matches that I have for this event, mostly because I don't really have too many favorite female wrestlers that I want to see go up to head-to-head. I wouldn't mind maybe like a Trish versus fucking Sasha, maybe.
They did tease that in the Rumble.
Maybe Renee and Lita on commentary. Who would you rather have doing the ring announcing, Lillian Garcia or JoJo?
Lillian Garcia.
Has to be Lillian. Lillian Garcia is literally the greatest person on the planet. She is so sweet and very kind. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the voices of my fucking childhood.
Okay.
Jim Ross, Lillian Garcia, and Greg Papa. Those were like the voices that I could recognize without having to look at the screen growing up.
Papa?
You know who Greg Papa is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know he's not doing Raider commentary anymore.
Really?
Yeah, they split. Personal reasons. I was listening to 95.7 The Game earlier, and it was a very somber thing. So they have a show called The Afternoon Delight, which is the Guru. Forget this other guy's name, and Papa, but the other guy is Papa's son.
Gotcha.
And Papa was like there in the booth, and his son was like, reading this fucking thing he wrote, just like, you're like the voice of the Raiders. Thank you for everything you did for not only me but like for the Raiders organization. And at the end, they played a clip. It was the song "Ramble On" by Led Zeppelin. It was like all the highlights of like his career. Is it because
they're moving to Vegas?
Yeah, so he doesn't want to go to Vegas.
Gotcha, that makes sense.
He doesn't want to, but he's doing a bunch of college games. Yeah, I got genuinely upset because there was like one thing that I could always fucking understand in the car. Like I used to completely zone out when they would play sports in the car because I was like, I'd rather be watching. But it was always Greg Papa's voice when a touchdown happened that I was like, holy fuck, that's awesome.
Gotcha.
Very, very fun. I love him. But those were the voices of my childhood. I just want to throw that in there.
As far as people on Twitter and their dream matches for Evolution, a lot of people say AJ Lee coming back. I don't think that's gonna happen. But some are saying Asuka versus Lita. This one from Derek20.
Nice.
Jason G Legit Boss says Sasha versus Trish.
Santina versus Ellsworth.
Lita
and Asuka.
Nicole Paula says Natty versus Trish. Canadian versus Canadian. Let's see, what other ones do we have here?
I'm really liking a lot of these responses. You guys are giving some great ones. You guys are giving some really, really good possible.
Stephanie versus Ronda.
Ooh.
Finally get the singles match. This person says,
Shayna Baszler and Caitlyn. Interesting one.
This person says squash match, Beth Phoenix versus Dana Brooke.
Yeah, why not?
Here's my question. Do they bring in anyone, like they do with the Mae Young Classic, they'll bring in women that are not signed. Do they bring in anybody for Evolution that's not signed to the company?
Yeah, they said that they were.
When?
No, that might have been for the Mae Young.
That's for the Mae Young. They'll bring in people not signed, like Mia Yim, not signed.
I love Mia Yim.
And she was in it last year.
You know where she mainly wrestles?
Big time?
Out here in Oakland. No, with a Hood Slam.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I know she's done something big time.
I really want to go to a fucking Hood Slam show, dude.
Well, you got 2 more years?
Hood Slam, if you're listening, send me to your shows.
You're not of age.
Let me in. Hashtag let Nick in. Everyone tweet that to Hoodslam.
Oh, Lord.
Do you think Karma comes back? Maybe.
Ooh, maybe. Because here's the thing with that. Karma can come back, and they can also plug Glow since she's on Glow.
That's very true. I have not watched Glow yet. I gotta do that tonight.
I've only seen half of season 1.
It's season 1's phenomenal. Taylor Hendrick wants to join the Mae Young Classic. I would love that. Ronda Rousey versus Trish Stratus. Bella Twins versus Lita and Trish.
I don't think they touch Taylor Hendrick right now after she accused Jay Lethal.
Yeah. Seriously, that's yikes. But there's a lot of good names for WWE. Is it gonna sell out? I don't know.
People got confused for a second. You said Greg Papa. They thought you were talking about Greg Popovich of the Spurs.
No, I just mean Greg Papa. You want to take a call?
Sure. Let's see if this works with the new Skype because it's not giving me the same kinds of options. So if you cut out, that is why.
Okay.
Caller, you're on the air. What's going on? Going once. Twice. Nick, are you there? All right. Hold on a second, guys. Nick.
We may not be taking calls tonight until we can get Skype on.
All right, no calls tonight, unfortunately. We will work this out and have it ready by next week because before it would say add person to your call. Now it just says answer because Skype tried to make everything look more Windows 10.
Yeah, fuck Windows 10.
So
I'd rather go to fucking Linux.
Oh, Lord. MS-DOS.
I watched someone run a fucking run some games on Linux. Boy, oh boy, was that abysmal to watch.
Well, if you,
has anyone seen the kayfabe news article of Woman Wayne?
Yes, Woman Waynes.
Let me tell you something. That sounds like your daughter trying to describe Roman Reigns.
No, she could say it right.
$5 from good old Kristen McNutt. WWE 4 Horsewomen versus the UFC 4 Horsewoman tag match. Why not?
I could see that. Hey, the other 2 horsewomen are debuting tomorrow at an NXT Largo event.
213. It's very mean, but I understand where you're coming from. Someone from the 213 says Sexy Star versus the entire roster, and they just beat her up.
Ugh.
This guy just says the bar is fucking back for the 517.
Finally, with their soccer jerseys. All right. So something I wanted to talk about is The Rock. So,
finally, we're talking about The Rock.
Ticket Drew on Twitter tweeted out today that he's hearing that The Rock wants to come back and wrestle at next year's WrestleMania, and with that, do some other, shows leading into next year's Mania. And there's a lot of speculation that The Rock, now I don't know if this is going to happen, that The Rock could possibly be at Raw next week since they're in his hometown of Miami.
Very big possibility, and I like it.
Now, if The Rock comes back, who does he wrestle at WrestleMania?
I don't fucking know, man. I don't think he should wrestle anyone personally.
Well, I mean, does he do another match with Cena? Does he get Braun? Does he get Roman?
He won't get Roman.
Does he get Hunter?
Oh, he could get Hunter. Let me think. Who would I want to? All right, let's super fantasy book this and talk about The Rock versus Skyscraper. Who the fuck is Skyscraper?
His movie.
Oh. This one just says oh. We're not talking about the G1 right now. We'll get to that in a minute. So let's. Okay, so yeah, Derek Bocek says Cena in a rubber match. Rollins, Reigns, Styles, Owens. A lot of people are saying Owens. Yeah, could give.
Owens could be a good one. Let us know if you think.
What happened to the Fortnite on Android?
It hasn't dropped on Android yet.
I guess it's not coming out.
Well, we have a poll going on. We'll pull it up here in a second, but I'll put the link in the chat. Do you guys think The Rock should come back and wrestle next week at WrestleMania, or next year at WrestleMania?
Say next week?
Yeah. Vote on our poll, and I'll pull the poll up here in a second on the screen.
Oh, wow. Someone from the 213, some old fart, don't know how he knows how to use a phone. Robert Cathy texted in.
Oh.
What's up, Robert? What's up, man? He's from the 213, man. We got a lot of people talking about the G1. Unfortunately, that's not what we're talking about right now. I was thinking of the Hell in a Cell advertisement still Owens versus Reigns. I would just cash in with the panel boom main event of a Hell in a Cell. Maybe. So, Tim, who would you like to see him face? Give me a name.
I mean, him and Rock are 1-1. They're Mania. Or him and Cena. I mean, you could always go that route.
You could go Rock versus Kurt.
Ooh, I mean, I'd like to see Rock versus Triple H.
I wouldn't mind seeing Rock versus Triple H.
But now here's what WWE would do it. They'd be like, man, it's 5 years in and Roman's still not getting over. Let's have him beat The Rock.
I wouldn't mind Kevin Owens because even if he loses at SummerSlam, it gives him something to do.
Right.
You can give him something fun to do. So this is what I love about wrestling is not every match has to have a clear, super big, fucking major influential story. There can just be these two guys don't like each other. They're gonna have a match at Mania.
Ooh, so the 504 says The Rock versus Samoa Joe.
No, because I think
also 585 says the same thing. Rock versus Samoa Joe.
Because I think, yeah, Jessica, we're seeing him, dude. Happy birthday to Finn Balor. I wouldn't say Joe because I feel like he's gonna have something to do with the title at SummerSlam at Mania.
517 says I'm hearing Philly and Minneapolis or Detroit for WrestleMania 36.
Happens all the time.
No. Don't think of any of that as possible because it's way too early to even know. I know who put I know who put that out there. And how many times has he been right?
Who put it out?
You know who.
Who?
Who do we always talk about?
There's a few dumb fucks that we always talk about.
Think about it. He's only got one thing. He's only got one thing right in the last 8 months.
Oh, fucking what's a dumbass fucking Brad Shepard?
Yes.
Brad Shepard, if you're listening, you're a fucking idiot. I hope you enjoy buying followers. Fuck you.
Oh.
God damn.
Went from 7,000 to under 3.
God, he's just bad.
He got purged.
Anyway.
So as
Rock
far
versus Ambrose, that could be a good one. Rock versus Carl
Let's check the poll we got here.
Rock and McIntyre. Rock and Sin Cara.
Most people do want to see The Rock next year at WrestleMania. Got 71% saying yes, and then 14.3% both saying no, and I don't care either way.
It's fair, man.
Interesting.
So, okay. Bit of a weird, interesting statement here, but we're going to kind of transition on away from that.
Okay.
Someone just texted in from the 469. What the hell are they doing with Asuka? Ever since she lost to Carmella, they've booked her like complete shit. Here's the thing. Ever since she lost to Carmella, I mean, she beat Peyton Royce. Or no, Billy Kay. One of the two. She beat the shit out of him. Ooh, that poll looks really good. That looks really good, dude. I know I saw it, but now I'm seeing it live. It's very smooth. It looks good.
Anyways,
it doesn't say the percentage for yes though.
I know because it's actually
cut off.
I can see it, but it isn't showing on the screen.
Got it. That's fine. Who gives a shit?
It's 71.
Rock needs to come and put someone over who needs it. Well, who needs to be put over?
Finn Balor.
You think he needs to be put over?
Yes.
Yeah, but Brock and Balor.
You say Brock and Balor? Rock,
no.
not Brock.
Yeah, I know. Rock and Balor?
Oh.
You really think so?
I could see it being okay.
How would you get there? How would you get me there?
How would you get to anything? How would you get to Rock and KO? The only one that would make sense is freaking Rock and Cena because they've already got the 1-1.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The only one that would kind of make sense is Rock and Cena.
I mean, another one that would make sense is Roman goes heel, and The Rock's out there one night, and Roman's just like, I'm still salty from 2014 or 2015 when you helped me win the Royal Rumble, but you tried to take the spotlight for yourself.
Except God knows that Rock was brought out there to help him win.
Yeah.
I genuinely think they're trying their best to stay away from Royal Rumble 2014. I don't think they even want to talk about it.
2015.
Yeah, I don't think they want to even fucking talk about it. Just
Probably
don't even
not.
acknowledge it. Pretend it's the fucking 04 Rumble. What is it, 04 Rumble?
They don't talk about that one either.
Yeah, because Chris Benoit won it.
The Ghost.
That's really not on the WWE Network, dude.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
The 2004 Royal Rumble.
2004 Royal Rumble. If you can pull it up on the network right now, I will sing. I will sing Rusev Day.
Hold on. WWE
Why
Network.
not someone from NXT? I'd love to see Velveteen Dream versus The Rock. Well, that would imply that the Velveteen Dream would have to come up after SummerSlam.
He'll be up by next year's Mania.
He'll be up by next year's Mania, but not this coming one. Not the New York one.
No, that's what I'm talking about. Like the next Mania. Velveteen Dream will be up by then.
But wouldn't you really, really, really want to see Matt Riddle and Velveteen Dream in a feud?
2004 Royal Rumble. I've got it right here. Triple H versus Shawn Michaels in a last man standing match. Brock Lesnar versus Hardcore Holly. Huh?
Don't you want to see Riddle and Dream have a little bit of a thing?
That would be interesting.
Because Riddle's gonna have to face Dream, gonna have to face Lee. He's gonna have to face Lee for a while.
Unless he teams with Lee.
You know what I want?
What?
I want. Have we ever gotten a feud that was between 3 people? Like a triple threat type feud?
Well, yeah.
Like a tried and true like feud, like storyline build and everything.
I would assume, not that I could think off the top of my head.
Because I would love a feud between Riddle, Lee, and Dijak.
Yeah, if Dijak ever comes to TV,
dude,
then he's not Dijak anymore.
What is he, Dijakovic?
He's like Dominic. Hold on, Donovan. No, he's Dominic Dijakovic or something like that.
Hold on, let me pull it up for you guys here. I looked up Donovan Dijak. It says Rey Mysterio's son Dominic training to be a wrestler.
Yikes. Dominic Dijakovic. Dominic.
It's weird. It's really weird. But I guarantee you, they will put him on TV the minute like a house show. He sees, like the higher up see what him, Lee, and Riddle can do together in singles matches and a triple threat. What they can do, everything that they can bring. I think they'll put him on TV in an instant. Well, there's some guys in NXT right now that I'd be totally fine if they never won a championship, but they just still had their role in NXT. Like Cassius Ohno. I'd be fine if he never won the NXT.
There are rumors that they may fast track Keith Lee to the main roster.
No, he needs time in NXT.
I don't know. Vince.
Hold on, Jessica. Where did you see that?
What?
I thought he was dead.
Dog Bounty Hunter?
I thought he was dead.
No, he ain't dead.
No?
No.
You sure?
I'm 100% sure.
You sure?
100% sure. I don't know about him working with WWE. I don't know what the
hell the big bad dog.
I don't know what he can do with WWE. Like,
no, I do not watch WWE Camp. I only watch good anime. I only watch Boku no Pico.
It's all about that freaking Dragon Ball Super.
Do you watch any anime?
Dragon Ball Super and Pokemon.
That's it.
The occasional yokai watch.
Travis Ray says, "Hey guys, did you hear about WWE Evolution, the first all-women's pay-per-view? All thanks to Stephanie, just Stephanie."
You know what? Let me tell you something. Because Stephanie McMahon made this announcement of the all-women's pay-per-view, I can now go to my 5-year-old daughter and tell her the world is a brighter place. Because of Stephanie McMahon and her new pay-per-view Evolution, you can be anything you want.
Oh gosh.
Dog the Bounty Hunter versus Roman Reigns the Big Dog.
That'd be so fucking funny.
Dog versus the dog. Dog versus Big Dog. Book it.
Yeah, why not? One Piece, bad anime. Bad anime. Bad anime. Not good. One Piece and One Punch Man. Terrible.
How about that? King of the Hill.
God damn it, Bobby.
Damn it, Bobby.
Why was his character, like his persona, not used as a fucking character?
What do you mean?
Like just the idea of Hank, but as a wrestler.
Oh, I don't know.
Like just some dude that's really into like propane.
I sell propane and propane accessories.
What's a propane accessory? What goes into a propane accessory?
Barbecues,
I've never.
tongs, spatulas, propane tanks.
Look up the Elimination Chamber 2014 poster. That's going to be the poster for Evolution.
Elimination Chamber 2014?
Yeah, that was 24. Why would that be the one?
Elimination Chamber.
$2 from Chris McNutt, Chris Jericho to Impact Wrestling. Highly doubt it.
I doubt it. He teased. I see. The one where Stephanie's. Yeah. It's the Elimination Chamber and Stephanie's above it with her arms around it.
No, he won't work.
No, I mean, his buddy runs the company, but he won't work it.
MCMG.
Yeah, he said he wasn't coming back to New Japan, and then what happened? He won the frickin' IC title. Let me talk about that for a second. Everyone flips their shit because Brock Lesnar's the Universal Champion, and he's a part-timer, right?
Okay.
Chris Jericho's the IC Champion in New Japan,
Ooh!
and he's a part-timer. And nobody.
If you're in the Discord, this was an argument that we literally had. Like, we had a very full-fledged argument about. Yeah, exactly this.
And everyone's all happy that he's the IC champion, but he's a part-timer that you don't even know when his next match is going to be.
If you're not part of the Discord, dude, you guys are missing out because we talked about this the other day. So let's. You want to talk about it? You really want to get into this?
Sure.
Okay. So this is where I am standing on it. You can't compare the two title reigns. You cannot compare them. You know why?
Why?
Because it's very easy for Brock to show up to any event, to defend whenever. But when it comes to New Japan, titles are only really defended at certain shows.
But champions are on all the shows.
Champions are on every show, that's right. But the fact of the matter is, why would you have Jericho show up if he's not going to be defending that title? It cost, and this, I guess you could make the same exact argument for Lesnar. And I'm sure it doesn't cost as much to get Jericho on those shows as it does Lesnar to a show in the States. But those are those two promotions run completely differently. It's like comparing, I can drive automatic, then I should be able to drive stick.
But that's not my point. My point is the fans. The fans don't like that Brock is a part-time champion, but they don't mind that Jericho is a part-time champion. That's my thing.
You're also forgetting Jericho's not going to UFC fucking shouting at fucking Cormier. Jericho isn't showing up to his matches and half-assing them. He's putting his whole heart in that one knee code breaker, which is the coolest code breaker.
No, I don't.
It's because
when
you get a Jericho match, you know you're going to get a match that you enjoy. When you get a Brock match, you really, really got to hope that it's with a guy that Brock likes.
But the whole thing that people are mad about, it's like, he's the champion. The champion should be on the show.
There are two... No, he doesn't. No. God, no. That's not true. Where do you stand on this? Should the champion be on the show?
Yeah.
Where the fuck did you just drop? Did you just drop your fucking argument?
A pen rolled off the desk.
Yeah, why do you have a pen?
Because I take notes.
On the show?
Sometimes.
Why? So we're never going to talk about this again.
It's called time cues, buddy.
Oh, that's right. Time cues. That's a good one, man. So, these are two completely different promotions.
True.
When the fans, if you're an outside fan and you kind of know New Japan, you kind of know WWE, you know that Brock Lesnar doesn't show up, then I can understand thinking, man, this Jericho thing, isn't he just like Lesnar? But if you look at us who are the hardcore fans, and if you're in this, all 92 of my closest fucking friends in here are 98 hardcore wrestling fans, then they're going to see, okay, these are two different promotions, which is a completely different argument. Like, Jericho will show up and he will put on a phenomenal match no matter who he's with. Brock, you gotta hope he's with the right guy. Not only that, you can kind of defend that title at any fucking pay-per-view when it comes to Brock Lesnar. You can defend that at like a fucking Battlegrounds or some shit like that, or Great Balls of Fire. But when it comes to Jericho winning that IC title in New Japan, it's a completely different argument. Because there's only like certain shows that he can defend him at.
Okay.
And God knows he doesn't want to work in the States, so all of those state shows are out of the question.
But that's only, 3?
Yeah, maybe.
But here's my thing. New Japan, the reason they may not have the titles defended all the time, but they have the champions on the show, is because the champions will lose in tag matches, setting up their next opponent. How do you set up Jericho's next opponent for the IC title when there's nobody for him to set it, when he's not there to set anything up? Like, if you think about it, last year in the G1, Okada lost to Evil. Who was his opponent with the title on the line in October? Evil.
Hold on.
Okay.
How did Jericho set up the stuff with Naito? Showed up out of nowhere, beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah, who's gonna show up out of? How do you show up out of nowhere and beat the fuck out of Jericho? You show up at a Fozzy concert. You send someone like a Jay White to. You send Jay White to a Fozzy concert, attack him on stage. He's up there. I'm a Jude. Ah, fuck! Jay White, Switchblade.
Oh fuck! I'm just picturing Jay White in like a mask in the crowd. He's like, yeah, and then he comes up and just says, "Oh god, that's fucking hilarious. That's really fucking good." Oh god. But I mean, I don't know. You could, maybe it's Cruise. That's Cruise until fucking October.
Yeah, and
jeez,
October's when they usually have one of the bigger New Japan shows where the title does get defended.
Is any of the New Japan roster going to be on that cruise? Besides
the guys that work in Ring of Honor, like Hangman and Skrull and
that's what I'm saying.
The Ring of Honor guys. Kenny. Yeah. I think Kenny's booked for the cruise.
Jay White winning the G1 Climax?
Oh, of course Kenny's booked for the cruise. It's Alpha Club versus Bullet Club. Duh.
Jay White winning the Climax?
I don't know. There's a three-way tie in the A block right now.
I say it's got to be White.
Going to Wrestle Kingdom and fighting for the main event?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, that's a tough one, putting Jay White in the main event. I mean,
yeah.
let me pull up the who's leading right now.
All right, we're gonna pull this up, then we're gonna end the show.
One.
Okay.
I got no time restrictions. Do you?
Kind of, but it's not strict. I just want to go get something to eat at some point.
Well, I thought you were gonna talk about that.
Yeah. Why, okay. Real talk. Why the fuck doesn't Taco Bell deliver food? You think they fucking deliver? They're open 24 hours. They can send a fucking driver.
You can't get a DoorDash.
And no, I'm not going to use DoorDash because that's an extra fee. Fuck off.
All right, so right now in the A block, there is a three-way tie between Evil, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Jay White.
Jay White has to be. Who else would it be? Tanahashi?
I don't know. Unless those three lose again. Well, no, I don't think. I think the A block has to come down to. Let me do some math here. Yeah, they could still lose again, and then somebody else comes up, and it's a 4. Yeah,
it's gonna be Jay.
Because I mean, Bad Luck Fale, Hangman Page, Yoshihashi with 2 points. They're out.
Yeah, they're basically.
But you also got to think who's going to win that B block. Because tonight is the B block. And
who do you got for the B block?
I mean, you think Kenny can just take it to the finals? I don't think he'd win. But maybe you have the champ in the finals.
So I mean,
what does
the winner of the G1 get from each block?
The blocks, it doesn't. You win your block, and then the block winners face off in the finals. The winner of the A block winner versus the B block winner, the winner gets a trophy in a briefcase. The briefcase guarantees them the main event of Wrestle Kingdom, but they can be challenged for that briefcase between now and then.
And I'm assuming the main event of Wrestle Kingdom would be for the IWGP World Title.
Yes.
Why would they have Kenny win it?
I didn't say win it. I would say he can win his block, go to the finals, and then lose.
Yeah, but that would make him look super weak.
Not necessarily if he doesn't lose any other match. If he stays undefeated. Because he's undefeated right now.
People are saying Juice has to beat Kenny.
But Juice is...
Yeah, Juice has to beat Kenny or he's out.
Well, Juice is already out. I mean, Juice is 0 points.
Tama Tonga promo is pure gold. Not really. It was really bad. His
Tonga.
promo, like the one that he's been beefing with Roman over, it wasn't fucking good at all. Yeah. It was not good. It was just a whole bunch of whispering and obnoxious bullshit. It wasn't good.
Didn't Roman try to say that he was copying Drake, and then someone called it out on Twitter? It was like, that's not Drake?
Yeah, I don't know what album that's from.
No, they posted a video of some guy that's not Drake saying the same thing They're like, this is where it comes from. It's not from Drake.
I don't know, but frankly,
I don't follow rap, so I wouldn't know anyways.
I don't think that promo was good at all. That promo was just not good.
No, I mean,
you can't just say
it fit the Tama Tonga character.
It fits the Tama Tonga, but what's good about a promo that goes, "Who the fuck are you, bitch? Who the fuck are you?" It's like
he just keeps saying, "Who the?" I was you know what I was really waiting for?
Hush, you're exactly right.
Who's the biatch now? That's what I was waiting for. Freaking the new guy.
I really like Hush, who just says Tama Tonga tries a little too hard. He's trying way too hard.
He's trying to look like he's trying to be like his daddies, Roman and Seth Rollins.
Don't say that word.
You're
so fucking weird.
What? Isn't he Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins' love child?
Stop. You love child, don't fucking use the D word. That's gross. If you use the D word in this chat, you're gonna D word. What's the bad D word? Dick?
There you go.
How's that a bad D word?
Never mind. Last thing I do want to talk about is G1 SuperCard. Next year, April 6th, 2019, WrestleMania weekend, Madison Square Garden.
No, we do not need the Attitude Era back. The Attitude Era is probably one of the most damaging and worst eras in pro wrestling.
So, if you guys do want to go to the G1 SuperCard show and you want to get on the pre-sale, there's only one way you can get in on the pre-sale.
How?
Sign up for Honor Club before August 1st. If you sign up for Honor Club before August 1st, you will then get an email with a custom pre-order code. You will take that pre-order code on August 8th and go over to Ticketmaster. You can then get the code. The code is only good for one time only, and that one time you can order up to 8 tickets. But again, to get on the pre-sale, you have to be an Honor Club subscriber. I don't know exactly how much Honor Club. I think it's like $10.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're not an Honor Club subscriber, you can wait till August 10th when general admission and all the other tickets do go on sale. They are going on sale 7 months early. Even earlier than they put WrestleMania tickets on sale, which is crazy, but we'll see.
It's going to be interesting.
If they don't sell a lot of tickets right away, it's fine. It's not the end all where everyone's going to be like, oh my God, they barely sold anything in that first couple of weeks. The show's going to bomb. There's plenty of time to sell tickets. Probably half of those people are probably still going to be contemplating for like 3 more months after that. Am I going? Am I not? Do I fly? Do I get my hotel now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, put it on this early. I mean, I get it. You put them on sale now, and you just wait and hope that you sell most of them before the show starts. But a lot of people may not even know yet if they're gonna go to New York, New Jersey for Mania weekend. So, but I mean, like I said, you put the tickets on sale now. It's not like you have to sell them within a month or 2 months. You've got 6-7 months.
Exactly. So you got some time. That's gonna be fun.
So.
This has been getting brought up in chat a little bit now. I kind of want to talk about it.
What's up?
The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Undertaker and Kane.
What about him?
Maybe you can throw Mankind in there and The Rock. Those were the only stars of the Attitude Era.
WWE wise?
Yes. The Attitude Era as a whole was extremely challenging to watch now.
So
my argument to that, and I'm sorry for cutting you off. My argument to this.
Okay.
People didn't like Roman or Braun Strowman knocking out Kevin Owens in that porta potty. That is the most Attitude Era fucking thing on the planet. Something stupid and something that a 12-year-old boy would like, because that was the Attitude Era audience, was a 12-year-old boy. Yeah. The Attitude Era, it was very good car crash television, but other than the kind of main event scene, everyone else got fucked. You know what's the biggest name that got fucked? Ken Shamrock.
I guess.
Imagine what would have happened if he came in just a little bit earlier. That main event scene was way too crowded.
True.
I think the Attitude Era is a novelty era that would have been fine if it never happened.
Now, here's the thing. So Brian Alvarez over at Wrestling Observer at F4W Online, every Tuesday night, him, Vinny, and Craig do a retro show where they rewatch Raw, and Nitro from 19 years ago this week. They started with the first. They started it when, first Nitro, going forward till they're going to go till Nitro's over, if not more. And every week they watch Raw and Nitro, and they say the same thing. Why is this the most highly regarded era in wrestling, other than Rock, Austin, and McMahon? Everything else on the show just sucks.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it wasn't very good. And I mean, maybe I'll make a full-fledged, straight-up hot take on this because I really want to. Because I really want to sit down, and I actually want to get together with someone in our, I guess you can call it IWC. I guess maybe that's what you can call it. I guess. Let me get his name here real quick because I've gone back and forth with him on it. I'll get you the name later on. But he's from another podcast. He's out in the UK. He's a very, very nice guy. We've interacted on Twitter a lot, and him and I talked about the Attitude Era. And I'd really like to work with him on it. It's something that I do want to do. And I mean, the Attitude Era had its ups, and it had its low. The Attitude Era is not overrated. Oh, yes, it is. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is.
It's overrated. It just wasn't good.
And I mean, you want to talk about not good. Nitro, most of the time, was not good.
WCW in the 2000s did their best job to emulate.
Not even the 2000s, like 1998.
Yeah, everything about WCW towards its end, towards its demise, was just fucking a cancerous ring rope around my throat.
Dash says it right there. Attitude Era had bad wrestling.
Yeah, it had terrible wrestling, man.
You had guys like freaking Draws and the Headbangers. You had
you literally had a guy that was called shit. Superhero
Beaver Cleavage.
Beaver fucking Cleavage. Gives me a migraine just thinking about it.
I mean,
Ruthless Aggression Era was best to me. I think the best era is whatever we're in now. Not even WWE, but wrestling wise. Just overall in the pro wrestling world, whatever you want to call this era, phenomenal. Absolutely fucking phenomenal.
I mean, I always like going back and watching SmackDowns from like 2003, 2004.
Yeah, I don't mind going back and watching those, but goddamn, are we blessed to get guys like fucking David Starr, fucking Jordan Grace, fucking Will Ospreay, Ricochet, Adam Cole, baby, fucking Dragon fucking Lee, anyone in the fucking juniors division in New Japan. Okay, so Vincente says, how is the Attitude Era terrible? It had great storytelling, Stone Cold and The Rock and Undertaker, Mankind.
No, I get what he's trying to say.
He repeated a bunch of names.
I can tell him right now. Shawn Michaels basically left right when the Attitude Era started. Like the DX stuff that he was doing was right before they changed over to this is the Attitude Era.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that.
Other than Rock, Austin, Triple H, the occasional Undertaker, Kane, Mick Foley stuff, everything else, and you couldn't even put...
I want you to tell me the most iconic Attitude Era moment that didn't involve The Rock, Stone Cold, Mankind, Austin, or Taker. Yeah. Tell me a moment from there with those 5 people. Without those 5 people. You can't. Yeah, sure, you can go with
Montreal Screwjob.
Sure, you can go with the... Was that Attitude Era?
I mean, it was right at the beginning. It was like right... Kind of because the beginning.
Honestly, the only thing I can think of is the same.
I remember. I was gonna say I remember Brett being in those first Attitude Era vignettes.
Yeah, but like,
anyways,
TLC, it was cool. It was cool. If Shawn Michaels had jump ship to WCW in 96, 97, WWF would have folded.
Not necessarily, because...
Not really.
I mean, they would have had Shawn Michaels, cool, but they still wouldn't have had anybody that could run that company good enough. I mean, Bischoff did his best.
They also... I mean, they fucked...
Here's the thing. You can't even really blame Bischoff for the company folding. It was basically AT&T buying Turner and saying, we don't want wrestling anymore. Let's can this company.
Exactly.
And they basically sold it to the second person that had a bid out there. Eric Bischoff had some guys together. So here's what happened. Eric Bischoff had a group together ready to buy WCW. And the AT&T Time Warner people said, you can buy it, but we won't let you keep it on TNT. And when Eric Bischoff's, what are they called? Backers, funders, guys with the money, heard that they didn't have the time slot, they pulled out and he had no money. So then they go, well, now we only have the Vince McMahon offer. Sell the damn thing. If they would have allowed them to stay on TNT, Bischoff would have owned the company basically and could have done some good things with it. But because they said, we don't want wrestling at all. Like, not only we don't want to own the company, we don't want it on our television. So you could buy it, but what are you really buying? The tape library and some rings?
Exactly. And I really like what Adam Hebb brings up an argument. The big boss man dragging Big Show's father's casket with his cop car.
I guess
notice how all of these moments are stupid fucking vignettes or stupid moments. There's no wrestling. There's no good behind it. I could say Al Snow fucking eating his fucking dog.
Big Mick, you're wrong. Triple H versus Y2K was not in the Attitude Era. That was like 2002.
Yeah, that was like
WrestleMania 18.
The 24/7 Hardcore Championship, that wasn't the best. That was fucking shit.
I mean, it was...
If you thought the only good thing about that Hardcore title was that you could maybe guarantee a title change at a house show or on TV. It was basically a glorified television title
like saying
without being called a television title.
That's like you're saying that you liked Big Boss Man making Al Snow eat his own dog, Pepper, and then having the Kennel from Hell match.
When was Eddie versus RVD?
Way after the Attitude Era.
Long after.
Eddie
Ladder
didn't
match
come
at
in
Mania
until
17. The only wrestling thing I think would be that TLC match, which again was not super good. Looking back on it, it doesn't really hold. I mean, it's fine.
The ladder match at 17, I love that match with Edge spearing Jeff down from the freaking rafters, basically.
Yeah, my favorite moment is when Austin made Vince business fans. Another Austin and Vince thing.
Exactly.
Is 2002 Ruthless Aggression or Attitude? It's
Ruthless.
It's
Ruthless.
It's officially Ruthless.
I would assume. I mean, basically,
greatest pay-per-views of all time were never in the Attitude Era.
I'm thinking, yeah, that was because when did Vince? Because it would have been Ruthless. I'm
gonna look up what is considered Ruthless Aggression Era.
I can tell you right now. I know exactly what to look up. But I mean, I would think 2002's Ruthless Aggression. I can tell you right now. You just type in Vince McMahon Ruthless Aggression promo.
Like 02. Yeah, just about 02. Jericho and Benoit ladder match.
He cut that Ruthless Aggression promo on June 24th, 2002 on Monday Night Raw. That next Tuesday on SmackDown, John Cena debuted, and that's what kicked off the Ruthless Aggression era.
You know he wasn't even supposed to debut then?
You know that Vince actually didn't even want him there. He first time he ever saw, you know what Vince said the first time he ever saw John Cena, right?
Get this juiced up guy out of here.
Yep, get this steroid juiced up guy out of my locker room.
Well, you know what, you know who was supposed to come out instead of Cena?
Who?
Taker. It was supposed to be Taker answering the open challenge, but he got injured. So they said, let's just bring up a new guy for the Ruthless Aggression.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
I did not hear that before.
Yep, I learned that today. Well, folks, that's going to do it for this edition of the Pro Wrestling Unlimited podcast. A very good episode. It's a longer episode than we usually do.
A little bit, maybe by like 20 minutes.
It was fun though. I liked it.
Oh yeah.
You can follow me on Twitter at PWU_Armstrong. You can follow us on Twitter at PWUnlimited and right here on YouTube. Be sure to check out our friendos over at Fightful Online. Tim, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at TimmyBuddy.
Hell yeah. We will see you guys Friday for the Fightful Wrestling Weekly and the next Monday for the Raw review.
Yes, sir. Have a good night, guys.
I was going to say thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.